Your household has a budget. Your business has a budget. But the government, completely different system. And every time someone tries to compare the two, well, if I ran my household like that, I know we're about to take a hard, wrong turn. Because here's the thing. A household doesn't issue currency. A household doesn't manage national interest rates. A household doesn't stabilize markets or regulate banks. A business doesn't regulate the economy. A business doesn't maintain highways, fund hospitals, run schools, or negotiate international trade. Neither your home nor your business is fully responsible for healthcare, education, infrastructure, justice, national security, land stewardship, climate response, or social safety nets. Governments are. Governments invest in public systems that create economic stability. Families rely on those systems. Businesses profit because those systems exist. Not the same thing. When people say government should run like a household, what they're really saying is, I don't understand how a modern economy works. And okay, most people aren't economists, so that part's normal. But the problem is when that misunderstanding becomes the justification for cutting everything that keeps a society functioning. Because yes, households have to balance a budget. If you spend more than you make for too long, you go bankrupt. But countries don't work like that. Governments can run deficits or hold debt intentionally and often responsibly to stimulate growth, stabilize industries, support vulnerable groups, build long-term infrastructure, or respond to crises like pandemics or recessions. Households can't issue money during a downturn. Governments can. Households can't change interest rates to ease inflation. Governments can. Households can't borrow at ultra-low interest rates to build a national power grid or a healthcare system. Governments can. Governments operate on long time horizons, decades, sometimes centuries. Your household operates on monthly bills. And whenever people push this comparison, it usually comes with the same talking points. We can't afford that. We're out of money. The country is broke. No, the country isn't broke. The government is making choices. And those choices reveal priorities. We can afford infrastructure. We can afford clean water. We can afford safe housing. We can afford healthcare. We can afford proper support for indigenous nations, newcomers, seniors, disabled people, workers, children, whoever the conversation tries to pit against someone else. What we can't afford is the myth that a federal budget works like your Visa card statement, because that myth is politically useful. It convinces people to accept cuts, decline services, tolerate inequality, and stay angry at each other instead of at the systems that actually control wealth. The idea that we're broke isn't an economic argument. It's a political strategy. So let's be clear. A government isn't a family. It's the infrastructure that allows families to survive. And when we treat it like a household budget, we don't make the country stronger. We just make it smaller. Peace out. And if you're not already following me, you should. It's going to be a ride.